Can you believe I got in touch with one of the biggest casting agencies in Los Angeles? And I had to Google beforehand, and it said sometimes they don't respond, or they might not respond for weeks or even months. And I got a response within 15 to 20 minutes of my professional email about my show. And I went back and forth with the agent, and sadly, I didn't get the actor I wanted. And I must have curled up into the bed into a big ball for about an hour and just cried. Then I was like, wait. They responded to me. So I might be on to something. I don't know. So I can do this myself. Let me go and find some actors. All right, so I just had to tell y'all about a little season horror story before getting into it. So here it goes. So what have I really been doing all this time? I think I really went out on a dollar in a dream. I didn't even know it would grow visually. I just started it. So first it was just like voice acting, a psychological story, comic book slash sci-fi idea that turned into more of an indie audio visual series. It kind of felt like making a movie, but in smaller parts. I had months worth of writing material, but I didn't even use it all trying to fit it into like the social media attention spans of 1 to 2 minute long. So it gets deeper than what it actually did. But I'll worry about that later. Oh, big disclaimer before moving forward. I think everyone in life should be buttered up in their own way. It's just that in this story, the girls were naturally butter beings and needed to be buttered once the earth dried. So it dried due to the serene shifting their attitudes and their actions towards them, admiring the glow and then wanting the glow, causing some of the serene to become glow keepers. So in this universe, the butter is a metaphor, but it's also a flavorful substance that can be consumed or used on the skin. So in the beginning, their planet was beautiful and luscious, and Safi's one of the butterborn, and they're magical butter beings. But the planet became hydrated, and the darkness took over, causing their skin to start drying out. So the higher ranks, like think of it kind of like the government or like officials, they had to create a substance to keep the butterborn alive and functioning. They made some good butters and some of the butters came out bad. I made it to where the number one rule was that if they couldn't butter themselves up. Okay, so it was like a force field stopping them. Because I mean, like in real life, men and women work together to make the world go around. It's a team effort. So in the beginning, if you listen, you can hear Safi's skin drying out. She needs the butter, but her man's has disappeared on her. He's outside living his life while she starts to lose her mind and her body deteriorates. Because you know, like the whole mind and body spirit thing all goes together. Once one crashes, the other normally follows along. There's a little bit of time travel in this story because I'm a super duper time travel nerd. So where Safi is not just mentally thinking back, but her body goes back in time to watch the good times of her and her former friends. They're now dry ones. They succumbed to the darkness. So once the darkness happened, they fell off. So she also goes back in time when her and her mans were good. They were in a good place. She was getting buttered up by him, and she was also doing things for him, like where everything was normal and the connection between them was still good. And she watches that all firsthand in like the time travel bits. You'll see the time travel bits in episodes like The Forsaken Moist, and he used to butter me up. Like when you hear me kind of scream or you hear like this weird sound effects that I created, then she's like time traveling. All right, but something shifted. Some of the Serene started wanting the glow, wanting the butter, even though they didn't need it. The Serene are not butterborn creatures, but they have special qualities and powers that you'll see like later on in season 2. The serene are not affected by the Earth's atmosphere, the way the butterborn were. So they're out living it up. They're not caring. It's like I'll butter her up when I feel like it type vibes, you know. So they get more careless with it over time. Then they start abusing the butter, like taking some for themselves, eating the butter, stashing it away, like at their homes, or withholding it so they won't, so the butter born won't glow as much. Meanwhile, Safi's surviving attacks, mental and physical health crisis. Then she tried to butter herself up with affirmations and healing solutions, like glow solutions. But it's nothing like the real butter. You know what I mean? It's nothing like the real butter from another. Then she was encountered by a spiritual entity, Sacrum, that guided her to the butter chamber. The butter chamber is the place where all the butters are made and stored. So in the beginning, when their planet dried out, the higher ups came up with the butter substance, and it's a really special place where they store it because the butterborn lost their mind and they were trying to get all the butter, and they were like, oh no, like we gotta lock this stuff up. Y'all just can't be coming over here taking it like that. You know, like the serene, they gotta help you, they gotta assist you with that. Y'all can't do it on your own. So they locked it up. So the hardest part about this season was literally wearing all hats. Like, I am the sole creator of the show, and I did all the writing, the scripts, all the voice acting at first, the sound design, the music production, editing, photography, and other little things here and there in between that you wouldn't know about, which can take hours and days and layers of effects to complete. So I think when I got to like episode 6, when I voiced 6 characters total, I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. I was like, I gotta bring someone else on. My biggest goal was to keep all the voices real. So every time I voiced a dry one, Melterath, it was my real voice. So anytime I create music, whether I sound more feminine or deep tones, it's my real voice with no edits. So I wanted to bring on a male presence to have real male energy. So I brought on Vel. So even though I can do deep voices, like I unfortunately can't sound like a real man in real life, or even when I'm voice acting, even though I know how to do like a lot of different voices. So I want to say huge shout out to the guys that portrayed Vale and Sacrum this season. It was an honor to have you guys come onto the show to help me expand the Butter Me Up universe. I really couldn't do it without you. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, your presence, the energy that you put into it, and we really finished the season off great. I started it one way, but I ended it with a bit of a higher creative level. So I'm very thankful for that. I got more information about the show coming soon, and a lot of really cool things coming this summer. So this was kind of long. So if you made it through, whoever listened, it's more Butter Me Up next.